don't nails, dude. I can't stop, back, check, respect.
That's it. I can't. I have never seen anything like this. In order to pull this off, it's going to take an act of God.
Boom, bam. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Can't stop one time. You know what the best bit about the opening scene right there? It's the fact that the producer is like, listen, man, we need God. We need God to be able to help these sisters, man. And it's crazy because before that, he even said, thank God we have technology today. Pretty much saying that, listen, without technology, these two ain't making no hits. They ain't making no songs. They ain't making nada. Because they're that bad that we need that auto-tune to be superior. We need that auto-tune to be on God level. But anyway, let's stop messing about. Let's stop messing about. And let's get into exactly what went down this week with Darcey and Stacey.
Want to win her back.
I know you love her, and like I
love her so much, and you know, I really love her and I want to get back together with her.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Georgie reveals why he's really back. He's back because he wants to win Darcy back. He wants her heart. He feels like he's a new man with his haircut, with his blonde little highlights. Let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. It doesn't matter how much you change your appearance. As long as you are still the same person in here, it don't mean a goddamn thing. But anyway, Florian continues there by saying that, listen, we're going to meet up with Darcey and Stacey. I'm going to arrange that meeting, and then hopefully we can have a cordial meeting. And when we have this meeting, please do not make any advances towards Darcey. Please just be a friend. That is the only way this is going to go down well. The question is, though, when they finally meet, does Georgie stick to what Florian has requested? And that is to not make any advances and to just be a friend.
I've wasted so many years of my life with men that brought me down and never lifted me up. I feel like I lowered my standards, gave too much of myself away, and got.
So right now, Darcey is on another date with her man from the previous episode, you know what I mean? Which is good. It's very good, you know? It's good that he wants to see her again. And right now, she's at that level where she's starting to feel slightly smitten, you know? Because the man turned up, he's got a Lamborghini, he drove her there to the restaurant, and she was like, ooh, never been in one of these before. She's definitely feeling like she's with a man right now who can actually be to the frequency levels, as she said, you know, to what she's always been looking for. But, you know, she then has a moment where she breaks down and talks about how the fact that she has always been around men that have never really, you know, propelled her to the standard that she's at, that they've only ever really pretty much dragged her down. Now, here's the thing, though. It doesn't really matter whether we agree or disagree. What I really want to pinpoint is that there are too many people in this world that actually do that. They actually end up being with someone that is below their standard. Someone that doesn't actually help further them later on in life. And here's the thing though. If you're someone, I guess, is business, not even business. If you're someone that is driven to succeed in whatever goals that you set, realistically, you should not be with someone who has no goals. Someone that isn't driven at all, to be honest with you. You should be with someone that is happy to support you and also happy that you support them, and also at the same time that they have goals of themselves. Now, the goals don't have to be the same. You know, just because you got big goals, it doesn't mean that that person should have big goals. But then again, though, who are we to identify whose goals are bigger than others? End of the day, if you got a goal in life, it's a goal, and that is the main thing. And the main thing is also being driven to wherever that goal is. And to be fair with you, it's important that you always surround yourself around people who are driven to something. You know what I mean? I'm a firm believer in that, you know what I mean? So at the end of the day, I definitely understand where she's coming from in terms of being around people that are basically dragged it down rather than people that have really helped her go forward, because she's someone who is driven to whatever else she's driven to do in life, you know what I mean, okay? But again, it doesn't really matter necessarily whether we agree that she has been with people like that. What I'm saying is that what she's saying, though, holds a lot of truth to a lot of people. And I'm telling you right now, if you're someone that is driven, someone that has, you know, things set in plan, please do not waste your time being with someone or even being friends with anyone that isn't going to help you go to the extra mile. But I think when it comes to being with someone, you should definitely be with someone that also has goals of their own too. Because if you're with someone that doesn't have any goals, they're going to be sitting there thinking, I'm bored because you're always out doing something and whatnot. When in reality, instead of them sitting there being bored, they could be out there going and do something as well. But again, it really depends on how you want to look at it. Everybody's the same. Some people do. Some people who are driven do like to have someone who's not driven. I mean, if we go old school, the fundamental of, a housewife, predominantly men who do like housewives are men who, they like to be driven, but they like their women to not be driven at all because they want that woman to be at home and stay at home and not be fiddling with any other man whatsoever. And I guess that's the old school fundamentals, right? So it is what it is. But either way, though, if you're a female trying to find a house husband, then again, in today's society, it's probably easy, to be fair. There's a lot of bums out the, today's society, to be fair with you. You know what I mean? But I don't think, as a female, you should be looking for a man that is a house husband material, to be honest, because he's then not really a man, if you ask me personally. Yeah. I mean, what's more dangerous, a house husband or a housewife? Definitely a house husband, man. I'm telling you now, if you had a house husband, trust me when I tell you, when he's out doing groceries and whatnot, he is talking to so many other women and giving them the pipe. He's like, yeah, she's not home right now, come over. And I'm not saying housewives don't do the same goddamn thing, you know what I mean? But let's continue.
I honestly feel like Georgie's trying to manipulate you to get to me.
No, he's not using me. For what reason using me? I think I'd be like stupid, like I'm going to fall for him.
I'm not even going to answer the question of do I think that he's stupid. I'm just going to leave that one alone. But is Darcy onto something? Is she onto the fact that Georgie might be using Florian to get close to her? Because remember, at the same damn time when Florian was with Georgie, Georgie blatantly said that he wants Darcy back. And him saying that pretty much says that he doesn't need Florian to get closer to Darcy. So Darcy may be onto something now. At the same time, though, this idea did not actually come from Darcy. It came from the matchmaker. When she met with the matchmaker and she told the matchmaker about Georgie being back, the matchmaker did say, be careful because he may actually be using Florian to get close to you. And as you can see, she asked the question, and Florian says, no. Well, we're about to find out if Florian really is stupid or not.
I feel like Georgie's like bragging, kind of showing off, like throwing in my face, like, oh, now he's got a job, doing multiple different things, all the things that he was talking about, but never really took action on the 2 years that we were together.
I have to really, back Darcy in this one because you see, Georgie's coming. So right now they're at the meeting. Georgie, Darcy, and Florian. Georgie so far is already pretty much talking about how, he's doing better now. He's in a better place. He's got his business and all these kind of things. But to be honest with you, should you take someone back? Should you give someone a chance just because they're now finally where they were meant to be when you were with you? No. Why would you? If you're with someone and they wouldn't make the actions when you was trying to help them and push them or whatever, and they wasn't doing it whilst you was funding their dumbass, but then you leave them and then they decide to pick themselves up, and then when they pick themselves up, they come back in and oh yeah. So all those things that I said I was doing back then that I wasn't doing back then, yeah, I'm doing them now. I'm making money now. Yeah, I'm someone now. Take me back. I can be the person you wanted me to be now. Why the hell why? If you you shouldn't have to have someone leave you for you to then actually pick yourself up. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, for me personally, I'm happy for him that he's gone off and he's done his damn thing. But there's no reason to be taken back. That's pathetic. No, that ship is sailed now. Because in that time, Darcy has done what she can, I guess, to try and move on, to try and obviously, better herself and all that kind of stuff. And at the same time, he's also gone off and done the same thing. The difference is, though, is that he's gone off to obviously start his business. She's gone off to try and actually find someone that, can value her to the standard that she wants. Whether or not we agree with that standard doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, it's the standard that she wants, if you know what I mean. And Georgie can't be, he couldn't have expected Darcy to wait around for him. She was in for 2 years. He did nothing then. So at the end of the day, it would be dumb for her to be like, okay, I'm going to leave you now so you can go off and chase your stuff. And then when you come back, I'll still be here for you. Make that make sense. That doesn't make any sense. If that was the case, then she might as well just got married to someone in the force, whether it be the army, the navies, the marines, or whatever you call it. Because you know how the husband disappeared for God knows how long, and then they come back for like a week, 2 weeks, or however long it is, and they go back again for like God knows how long, and then you know what I mean? I'll always be here for you, baby. or like love after lockup, you know what I mean? Or love during lockup. Yeah, I'll be here for you while you're in prison. You know what I mean? I'll still be here for you. This ain't that type of situation, bro. This is a type of situation when you was with someone who at the time you was with them, they were paying for everything. Well, maybe the dad was paying for everything, but either way though, you was in a space where things were catered for you so much, you could have started your business back then without a struggle. But now you started, you thinking that she's going to take it back. The problem that I have with people like Georgie, Florian, is that these men ain't men, man. They be moving like what I just said a second ago, like house husbands. But we continue.
It's a little too late, so I appreciate the offer and the gifts, but I can't accept it.
So at this moment in time, he actually bought her a gift. He bought her a gift. This is just tragic to watch.
But I care about you. I miss you. To hear about from Florian that you're dating someone else it's hurting me, you know? It's hard to control myself because it's okay, I'm not gonna flirt with you tonight. I'm not gonna give you no gifts, but I cannot behave.
Listen, man, I'm not hearing this nonsense, man. Like, yo, like, man came up with a gift. He's now asking her about who's this guy that you're dating. Why does it matter? What are you gonna do? You're gonna follow her and find out who the guy that she's dating? You're gonna find him and threaten him? Like, what? So a girl's not allowed to move on once you've both broken up. Who is this guy? As if you own her, as if she's your property. You look dumb right now. Ah, dear Lord.
Like, I'm fuming right now. I've had it, I've heard it before, and I'm not willing to hear it again. Goodbye, forever.
Talking about, my gosh, why is she acting this way?
The way he's like, why is she acting this way? How did you expect her to act? She doesn't want you. But hey, don't worry, he's gonna go and chase after her. Imagine a life where you're actually chasing after Darcy, though. That's such a mean thing to say. I'm just saying, I know I wouldn't. Then again, I wouldn't chase after no one, but that's just me. If you want to run away from me, I'm like, it's good, man. I got better things to do. You know what I mean? I got priorities out here. I mean, I won't lie to you, man. A man who has priorities or a man that has goals in life, he ain't chasing after nobody. That's pretty much me. But let's get to you.
It's too late, okay?
always
Right
care
now,
about you.
I've moved on,
I love you.
and I will not.
I still love you.
No, I'm sorry. It's done. Got it?
This, you know what though, man? I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, it's just crazy. It's so hard for me to watch it and be so serious because I never thought I'd see a guy be so desperate to be fair with you for Darcy, you know. And again, that's not me necessarily being mean, but like, actually, I guess that is me being mean. Do you know what I mean? But I mean, come on. I mean, listen. All I know is this: is that coochie must be good. That coochie must be good. And the life that she gave him must be good. I guess when the cameras are off, she must be a saint. She must be 1 in a million. She must be a dime. If that's the case, you know what, bro? I'm still gonna laugh at you because what the hell are you doing chasing a woman in the middle of a freaking street and begging her to take you back, saying I love you? You messed up. Be a man and recognize that you messed up and it's time to move on. You shouldn't be with anyone that you have to chase. That is stupid. I don't like this concept where people believe that chasing someone is attractive. Chasing someone is not attractive. It is not. It is not. It is over. Your relationship is done and dusted. Get over it. Grow up. Stop wearing your Speedos, bro, man, and put on some boxers. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on here? Have some self-respect for yourself. Man looking like he's about to cry on that. Listen, you may... I don't know, maybe you want to call me out and say that I'm showing no sympathy. Maybe I'm... No. Ain't nothing to do with that. This is embarrassing. I'd be damned if I was to do the same goddamn thing. Are you mad? Are you mad? Bro, I'll never be able to look at myself again. If somebody tells me that they don't want me no more, I'm like, okay, cool, no worries, I'm gone. Do you know why? Because I understand that in this world, there is plenty of women that I could meet at any given time that is going to be my match. If it didn't work out with you, that is fine. I'll just go find someone else. It's as simple as 1, 2, 3. And you know what though? The most dangerous time, one of the most dangerous times to be with someone is when you are desperate. Being desperate is toxic. Being desperate will put you in a situation that is going to be unhealthy and that is going to bite you big time in the ass in the future. Being desperate for someone is never good. The desperation right here, it's not healthy. If you want to be with someone that wants to be with you without having to be desperate for, without having to be desperate to want to chase them down like a hawk. No disrespect to hawks. Nonetheless though, you guys let me know what you're thinking down below in the comment section and we'll talk about it. Don't forget to like, sub, and of course comment. Peace.